I explain something to you real quick. Now, Jamie calls himself going to his channel and saying at the end of the day, well, I'm on here to make sure that people don't get scammed by us. Yeah, we're not the one wanted by ICE. So, yeah, and basically, the reason why he's wanted by ICE and immigration law enforcement officers, police, and just about everything else is because Jamie broke some very serious laws. And that makes him a criminal. It makes him a very serious criminal on some of the laws he's broken. So, first things first, you're not able to back up any of your products. We got cancellations. It goes as far as the eye can see on products that we've had brought over here that did not work correctly. Um, on the blacklist, it shows where he basically uh, committed all types of fraud as in products matching house paint, removal of videos that clearly show him matching house paint, fraud on his LLC where he stated that his company's been around 5 months, stuff like that. So keep in mind, Fernando, I mean, as you're trying to promote this whole campaign about how we're not real, I'm in an advertising company. I got a grant. They had to come in and see my screen. There's several people here seeing my technology. So unlike you, your site doesn't operate. The reason why your site doesn't operate, because he was doing a whole lot of dirty stuff that caught up to him. Couple of things, as I said before, the whole thing involving the LLC, and he's wanted on the LLC. Keep in mind, he went out and he basically applied for something, lied on the application, said his company's been around for 5 months. And we updated them all that information. I sent them over receipts from our company that we've been purchasing from you from a while. So you've been around longer than that. So I'm pretty sure letters now coming to his house. There got to be in bright orange or some warning telling him at the end of the day that they're going to have a field officer come out to his address and question him on that, or bring him in front of a panel, because that is coming. So again, that nonsense went on. And then again, the countless customers that he's ripped off from the door that you see that are not matching his videos, screens are completely washed out, screens are plunged in darkness, and then on top of that, consider the fact that his stuff is house paint. We made $11 worth of hobby paint this year and sent it to his address, posted the tracking numbers for everybody to see. What did he do? He refused it and sent it back. So basically, you just said to us that we could make your stuff with $11 worth of hobby paint. And one of them was actually real Metallica because it had mic in it, which none of his products had mic in it. I don't know how he was selling that. So this right here, I told you, my buddy bought his domain name. He has it. His domain name went up for sale because it give you a certain amount of time to go in and pay for the fees on it. You can't afford the fees on it. He's in a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble because he got himself in a lot of trouble. There you go. This is his website right there. It shows a redirection. Expired. See where it says expired. Wix domain right there. Redirected right there. There's his website right there. So it's no longer there. It's gone. As I told you before, my buddy went in, he bought it. He has it now. He's going to convert it to something else. But he bought it. Now, big concern, your address. Your address, this guy is a professional scammer from the door. We got so much information on him, it's not even funny. Mind, this is information we had to send over to ICE at the end of the day, because the force that and law enforcement officers that will be addressing this matter are ones that deal with criminals only. That's all they deal with, is criminals only. We literally had to go in and fill out a form on what type of criminal we're dealing with, send over all the information, the messing with the copyrights, serious, very serious charges for that, doxing people's addresses, terroristic threats, all this stuff. And this is a person who now has your address. I warned you guys about this. You are part of identity theft now because he has your address. This is why you check out people's businesses before you start tossing money over there, because now he has a PayPal account with your address attached to it. And no matter where they send him at, he still has access to that account. If he can get online, he has access to your world. Warned you on this mess. So all you guys who supported that nonsense and went out and said, hey, I support him, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you should do the research on him. We did. We found out everything about him. So now he has your addresses now. And if he's somewhere in a third world country, someone else has your address too. Good luck with all that. That's going to be a bit of a nightmare for you. How do you stop it? Well, it's the issue. You're going to have to block his PayPal account, which means you're going to have to go and file a complaint against the account. So basically, they can shut the account down. But it's going to be a little harder than that because PayPal is going to require a lot to do that. And keep in mind, one person can't do it. Not going to happen. You're going to have to show serious evidence that this person is doing what he's doing. Also, on the other hand, I got no problem with getting my stuff wiped off. And then keep in mind, he doesn't even have my address. My address where I live at, I never posted it. That's why. See, that's why people are sitting there saying, oh, no. We didn't post it because we found out a lot of things about Fernando. We didn't post the address. That's why I stopped posting my address. On top of that, the creepy stuff we got from Williams and all that stuff, like you really think I would give out where I live at? Oh, heck no. So anyway, they only have the office. That's it. And in a couple months or so, we're moving to a bigger office. So, whoop, you won't find out where that place is at because it's not going to be dated anywhere. We're not showing anything that's going on in that lab. That's our secret lab. The only people know about that is offline. That's it. That's the only people know that. We may show a few shows here and there online, but that's about as far as it goes. But anyway, yeah. Other than that, he's got your address. Unless you moved, you're good. And if you didn't, well, you better figure out something. Because again, if he needs money, and he does need money, your information may become valuable. So, just to give you an idea, right here, if a scammer has your address, it's crucial to take immediate attention to protect yourself. Oh, man. From potential fraud and identity theft. You should report this incident to Federal Trade Commission at FTC, which we already reported him to FTC. You know why Jamie reported you? Because we had products that were coming to us that were scam products. You know, the whole thing at the post office sent this black paint. Yeah, that's considered to be some form of wire fraud because we transferred money to your account and you sent us back black paint. We filed for that. There were several different things were filed against him, basically showing that his products were nothing but scams. We were able to show that his product was nothing. In the box we had done here, we got a return on the item from him, showing that the products that he was talking about, he was over embellishing the truth about these products, and these products were clearly just scams from the door. But this stuff is never going to see the light of day in court because due to the fact, I mean, the file is there for the ICE to pick it up, it's there. But because of where he's going, it's never going to see the light of day. But till then, your information's there. If he has access to internet, he has access to PayPal. If he has access to PayPal, he can get your address. All right, so Federal Trade Commission, consider contacting your local police department. If otherwise, freeze your credit card or 3 times the major bureau, blah, 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 blah. So it's a whole lot of things you're going to go through. This is why I can't express enough that you're very careful who you buy from. A person who can't back their products up, a person at the end of the day that got caught ripping people off is a major red flag. You didn't see that coming. You didn't see the paints that he were making. If you looked at them, they all look the same. Anyone go out and get in the Home Depot, Bear, anything and put against that stuff to see if that stuff was actually legit? Nobody did it, right? You see his policy has on his website clearly stated that anything that gets shipped out of that apartment, if it lands on your property, you're stuck with it. If you open it up, you're stuck with it. That should have told you right there you're being scammed. And then there's no testing on the products. There's no testing anywhere on it. Nothing at all, period. Just some black and white paint mixed together with a high-end projector and calibrated. And you suckers went out and bought that paint and try to jump in my face. I couldn't care less. It's great paint. We stopped making great paint 10 years ago. It's all on the blacklist. It's right there for you to see. This guy scammed you guys left and right. If not only he got 90 to 60 bucks out of your pocket, but he turned around and got your address. You can't touch your credit card information because your credit card information is encrypted. When it goes to PayPal, PayPal encrypts it. That's why I got people to contact me and say, hey, let me give you your credit card number. I was like, no, we're not doing that. You can't take the credit card number. You got to go to the website to do it because it automatically gets encrypted when it goes to the website. It gets encrypted when it goes to PayPal. We don't have access to that at all, period. We only have access to the address. So for a person who went in and doxed someone's address directly on his YouTube channel, directly on his website, should have told you that he'll do the same thing to you. And now he has your address. I just noticed something just a few minutes ago about my PC that I really didn't see before. That black line in between actually matches perfectly with the line we have across. Oh, that's interesting. I wasn't even aiming for that. I still nailed it. That's crazy. Sorry, my mind's always in some place else working about something else. I'm working on 2 different things right now. I'm building a screen right now as we're having this conversation. But yeah, my buddy who works in that field, of identity theft and protecting people's information. So does he have their address? Does he have access to the PayPal account? Yes, he has access to the PayPal account. Of course he does. He said, man, they better call in on that. Hey, you better, I told you that you better call in on that. So if he gets access to the internet, any way he gets access, he's going to access the accounts. And to get PayPal to shut it down, it's going to take a bit. It is going to take a bit. Because the reason why PayPal has the security protocol, in case 10 people pop up, they don't like you, they're trying to get your account shut down. PayPal is going to require very serious documents showing that's the reason why the account has to be shut down. Now, say you go to FBI, you go to Federal Trade Commission, and you file these false complaints. This will throw you in jail. Because PayPal's not going to shut it down for that. PayPal's going to do a thorough investigation with the Federal Trade Commission and that individual, and if they find out that everything you said was wrong, you're going to jail. If you put fake information on any of those documents, if your real name ain't up there, your real address, that's considered to be perjury against the government. You're definitely going to jail. So there's no way to actually commit fraud in that, to cause trouble for somebody. It ain't going to happen. Even with the documents we had to fill out with ICE. Impossible. They request all your information. All your information they requested. And it says at the bottom, clearly, if you filled out anything on here before you mail this off, or before you basically file this, you are subjected to substantial jail time, imprisonment, and massive fines. They don't play around with them things. So that way you can't go over to your neighbor because you don't like them and say, oh, I'm going to just call ICE on them. Can't do that. They require all your information. Even when you call in, all your information has to be requested again, because they'll go back on the same report that you went in, filed, and looked at that again. You can't get around those things. So with that being said, y'all better figure it out. It ain't my problem at the end of the day. I'm just telling you. People's going to sit there, oh, you're just going to make trouble for him. Trouble? He's already in trouble. He got ice on his back right now. He's already in trouble. He's been in trouble. He's been in trouble with freaking his own LLC. He's been in trouble. I got a sister who works for the IRS. She can guarantee and tell you from the door he's being hit with letters every single day. So again, he's already in trouble. He's in trouble because he's got criminal reports already on him. 37 accounts already in him in Allentown Police Department with scanned documents to each account. He's already in trouble. That's why his website's not there anymore, because he was trying to cover tracks, trying to erase things as fast as possible, deleting videos off his YouTube account, which we all have copies of. Just like that video he did on the difference between benefits of a white and gray screen, missing. We got on the account. The network rate 773 matching, missing. We even caught him in a live stream trying to remove that one. So not only did y'all get ripped off, your address is someplace with somebody else that it should not be with. And it's going to be a rough ride. It's going to take a lot of you to get it shut down. Can't use our stuff at the end of the day. We don't give you permission. That's not my problem. Can't come to us and go, well, Mr. Bird, can you got documents on this guy at the end of the day, we could use it. Oh, no, you're on your own on this one. Because we told you. This is what you get. This is what you get. We warned you about this guy. We told you about this guy over and over again. Don't do business with him. He's dirty. Did you listen? No, you didn't. So now, it's your information that's sitting in that PayPal account that he has access to now. And it's going to take a lot of you with very serious documents to get him to shut it down, because, again, it's going to be running. It's been running for a long time. PayPal accounts can go on for 7, 8, 10 years without being monitored. I've been in PayPal for 14 years. I know everything there is about PayPal's policies. That account can go on for years. And I'll have all the access to all your information. See, that's what you get. So all you people who supported that nonsense in the day, you got a new fear unlocked. So where are you going to go? Who are you going to complain to? If he's not here in the States anymore, what are you going to do? Can't file charges against him. He's not here. You're going to file against PayPal? Man, I don't know how that's even going to work. Because PayPal may take you as a troll. They're not even going to bother with that. Warned you guys. I told you. And you didn't listen. All right, well, enjoy your nightmare. Unless you moved. If you move, then you're good. Then that's somebody else's nightmare they got to contend with. Then you're good. But if you're in the same spot, then guess what? That means you would have to. Oh, I don't even know how that even would even work. Because again, he don't ship the post office boxes. That's what he said. No post office boxes. Did you notice that? We ship the post office boxes all the time. He has shipped no post office boxes. And PayPal covers post office boxes. And he doesn't ship to them. I wonder why. You can sit there and say, well, he doesn't have my address. He has my office address. He doesn't have my home address. He has your home address. And this is the address that's on file with ICE of him attacking. So with that being said, it shows clearly at the end of the day, he can't even touch this building because at the end of the day, he's already in trouble for it. This is what is getting him locked up to begin with. But you guys did business with him, so he has your address. Now, am I laughing at you because of this? No, I told you this was going to happen. I told you guys it was a scammer. We told you this nonsense. And even worse, he's undocumented. Not saying the worse he's undocumented, that if he was a law-abiding citizen and didn't do anything wrong, there'd be nothing wrong. I'd do business any day with him. No problem whatsoever. If he did things by the book, he didn't basically try to rob people, steal from them, commit scams, do all the dirty stuff he's done and got caught with it, I would do business with him. Undocumented or not. But the problem is, Jamie's in a lot of trouble because Jamie committed a lot of serious scams, a lot of federal crimes. So that makes him a criminal, which means you gave your address over to a criminal. That's wanted by ICE. It's sitting in ICE's computer system right now. That's what you gave your information to. Good luck on all of that. I'm working on a screen right now. I'm going to get this thing done. I'll be out the door in a couple of minutes. Where the freak are my scissors at? What's that? I got a buddy who's IT tech. He's like, you still got access to the PayPal? I said, you of course got access to the PayPal. He said, oh, snap. I said, well, sucks to be them. That's literally what he said. It sucks to be you. So if you don't believe me how bad it can be for someone to have your address at the end of the day, and especially Fernando, who's doxed an address, that's why companies and businesses won't touch Fernando with a 10-foot pole. He couldn't go into business if he wanted. His business wouldn't go only but so far. And the reason why? Because when a company sees you dox someone's address, they don't care whether you like the person or not. It's unprofessional to dox a person's address on your business address. That's like if you was buying from Best Buy, and when the representative of Best Buy got mad at you and doxed your address in a live stream. That is extremely dangerous. So if he's able to get upset to a point where he's able to do that to us, then he'll do it to you. And if there are people saying, well, you did his address is public domain, which means when he filed for the LLC, he didn't pay the additional extra $10 to have the address off record. He didn't pay for that because he didn't know what he was doing when he filled out the documents. Pretty much, I can see that. But anyway, and because he didn't do that, that means that system made his address public domain, which anyone who goes into California LLC search can basically type that in and then pull the first thing that pops up, which is the California search for LLC, go in the bottom and type in his company's name and boop, his address pops up with a little serial number attached to a filing number, which basically would allow you to download his documents, everything right from there. He didn't keep all that private. So he kind of doxed himself. Good luck on that one in court. Which again doesn't make a difference at this point. He put his information out there for everybody. And then the guy went in and said, well, you did your... No, my address doesn't come up. It's under my company's name. That's why. So he tried to come in and do mine. But again, why in the world were you in copyrights? Because he was over in copyrights. That's copyrights has nothing to do with LLCs. They're two different entities. That tells you at the end of the day he doesn't know what he's doing. So the fact being in copyright, so we told you 100,000 times that our stuff was copyrighted, and you kept tampering with it, you went in there and found out for yourself. It's copyrighted now. So, Jamie, that's an 80-year prison sentence. And I'm being nice when I say 80 years. That's for one of them. You hit two of these things. And now ICE knows that you went in and violated a very serious copyright or copyrights. It's a very serious charge. It's a criminal charge, which means that's why that task force is involved. Because you committed some very serious crimes. Now, with that being said, he's got your address now. So you're either going to contact him and try to get him. I don't even know how that would even work. You couldn't even contact him. That's not even going to work. There's nothing you can do. You're going to call the police and say, hey, I gave my money over to somebody who basically made a screen paint. He has my address, and he's undocumented. He's also you can't come to us for help. We're not helping you. That's none of my business at the end of the day. We have that for us only. That's the bed you made. Now you sleep in it. So don't come to me and contact me and say, hey, look, you got these documents on this guy. No, that's not my problem. That's your problem now. You figure that one out. I'm not helping you on that. Heck no. I'm just telling you what's about to happen to you. He gets access to a phone, any internet, and he can actually reach that account, you're in trouble. There'll be all kinds of things be opened up in your address. It's identity theft. They'll take your address. Where's the whatchamacallit at? So when you got a person who's scamming and ripping people off, these are people that have nothing to lose. These are people that know that eventually they're going to get busted, they're going to get caught. And they have nothing to lose. We have a company that works hard, builds its business up from the ground. Spend the kind of money we put into our business at the end of the day, pay for licenses and all the stuff we have to pay for at the end of the day. We are ones that have something to lose. So we don't violate that. That's a very serious policy of ours that we never, ever put out a customer's address. Even when we do a ship back. When a person ships back it and we show the box, we cover all that up. Never have I ever exposed a customer's information, ever, at all. Never, because it's confidential between me and the customer. If I mention a customer, even every time I've mentioned it's just by name, and it's only by first name basis, if they did something toward my company that we can take them to court on. Other than that, we don't get a lot of those, so no, we don't at all, period. But him, at the end of the day, docs an address, it doesn't make a difference whose address it was to a company's name. You may lose your temper and you may do this to one of our clients, and this could get us in trouble. That's why they don't touch them. And y'all sitting up there laughing about it, thinking that's funny. How funny do you think it is now? Oh, you were just having a ball with that. Now he has your address. He's going to be in a third world country somewhere, and he's going to have access to your address at the end of the day. Or anybody else will have access to it. See, this is why I say you got to be careful about the things you say and what you do. So when he doxed my address and my sister's address, you guys found that to be funny and hilarious, right? Now look at the situation you stand in right now. My sister's about to get a new house. She's done with the apartment now. They're about to upgrade, get themselves a nice big house, move into another section of Allentown. I have my own place. At the end of the day, you don't even know where that place is at. Good luck trying to find that one. The only thing you know is the office, and I'm about to upgrade and get myself a bigger spot. And right now, he has access to your world. Unless you move, then you're good. Other than that, you're screwed. And you thought it was so funny, right? Gotta be careful. So how does it feel to be in that hot seat right now? Now you can sit there and say at the end of the day, well, he said he'll never do what? That's the person who said he'll never do is a person who lies all the time. He lied with his product matching house paints. He said his stuff would never match house paint. Right in the middle of the video, the beginning of the video, he said that the Network Race 773, the only thing it was good for is primer, and that's it. And he ended up matching the product. He did the same thing walking out of a Home Depot. He lied in front of this. I was something that matched Bear silver screen. It matched that. He made statements that his product doesn't fade or wash out. I watched some of his customers' screens fade and wash out. He made statements about saying that I would never ask you to calibrate a projector, and we called him saying he calibrated a projector. He said my stuff was never ambient light rejection. We got him in a video, Frankenstein, full video. You can watch the full video where he clearly says the product is ambient light rejection. Changes products out at will. Makes fake dummy shopping carts. Caught him in a couple of dummy shops. There's no such thing as a black Frankenstein. I've never seen one, never heard one. But we have a receipt. We paid for one for $85. Sat there on camera and lied to his customer base by telling them that he had moved, when clearly he didn't. He was in the same place the entire time. Do you know how sad that is? That you'll sit on camera and lie and tell people that moving's such a pain? You know how he thinks of you guys at the end of the day? He thinks you guys are idiots, and you guys are idiots. You know why? Because you serve him at the end of the day. He treats you guys like trash, and you guys serve him. That's why people laugh at you guys when you come to forum sites. Oh, you got that clown paint at the end of the day. That's what they call him. That guy sat there and lied to his customer base and said, I just moved. Moving such a pain. I can't show you the road. There's boxes all over the place. You got the video. I'm going to post it soon. You know, we found out he didn't move. The room. We've seen that room before. We saw the room in the video called The Benefits of a White Screen versus a gray screen. Those two lights on each side, that was in his bedroom. You want to turn both lights. Oh, I've seen that room before. And then I noticed something else. The holes in the wall. They're right there so you can see them. You can see it had a volcano effect. Someone pulled the screw out of there. So unless you got a really shoddy landlord that basically didn't cover them up and just kept them right there so you can see them, most of the time they hide that stuff. Something's wrong there. Why is there two visible holes right there? And the minute I said that, I said, wait a minute. Why are there two holes right there? I went to go back and the video automatically went to members only. So he sat right there and lied to his customer base. And then literally sent us an email telling us, good luck sending us down that gray paint, which we already did. I'm not here anymore. I moved. Good luck filing criminal charges against me. I moved. So at the end of the day, how stupid does he think you guys are? Literally got up there and said the paint has a yellowish tone. We made the same stuff here. We don't have a yellowish tone to it. One time it had the yellowish tone, let's stick it against one of the screens, you can take it out. That's it. There's no yellowish tone to that paint. He sat there and said that that black and white paint that he made and gave away for free was not the same as his other paints. That's what we sent up to him. We did video several times. I put it against the Personal Mix, it matched perfectly. Put it against the Cinemax, it matched perfectly. Metallica Mix matched perfectly. Had a customer ship us in a Metallica paint, it matched that too. He was able to make the UB Mix and the Frankenstein with the same exact mixture combination. And then to add insult to injury, we sent them back paint. The same thing in the matching better. We sent them back then and showed you how we made it. And he's got a nerve to get on camera and talk about, oh, you got to watch out for scammers. This guy has deep-rooted delusion of grandeur. This is a person who believes in something so much that they actually believe it's true. Jamie will sit there and tell you that the sky is orange. We all see it's blue. Everybody knows it's blue, but he'll believe that it's orange. Because that's what he believes. And that's the worst type of scammer. The one that when he fails, doesn't even see when he fails. He considers his fails to be wins. You guys just sold your address to that guy. So, good luck with that nightmare. Where are my scissors at? I need scissors. I put the scissors over there, over here. I need to put my Velcro. My Velcro. You need documents or whatever, you go to the blacklist and you lift anything from there, I'll take you to court. Because that's my content at the end of the day, not yours. You have to have, first of mind, you're going to need my testimony for that. You know that, right? You can't just take something. You need my testimony to verify because it's my video, and I'm not going to help you with that. That's your problem now. So you better pray nothing happens to your address. Somebody else gets your address at the end of the day. Because you sold your stuff to a potential high-level scammer. Let me see. Where the freak are the scissors at? Just have it. I finished my rocket ship today. I want to get this thing set up because I want to be able to get back in and get some things done. Gee, but we just had scissors. We'll be losing that. Now, am I laughing at your calamity? No. We told you. 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 Over and over again. It wasn't. People thought that oh, you're just jealous. How freak would we be jealous? Are you kidding me? Our technology is beyond everybody else's. Yeah, we're really jealous about that whole lottie dog. I got 16 under the table right now that I haven't got a chance to show you yet. Got one right now I just finished a few minutes ago that I'm drying right now. Yeah, we're jealous, okay, yeah. We got advertising contracts for a company to put us up to the next level. We got a new black technology. It's going to be taken off and actually absorb sunlight outside. Yeah, we have the highest gain right now on the market. We're jealous. Oh, lottie dog. I got big companies that contact me at the end of the day. Yeah, I'm jealous. Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. I can't even get a business license. Oh, my sister. Please. That's sad, people. But we told you. We warned you. They're a major scammer. Look at this website. Proof right there. And when they're talking about, well, I'm moving on to bigger and better things. It made some story about his brother dying. So your brother passes away, somebody in your family dies. You honor their memory by turning your YouTube channel into a channel with a big troll on it, screaming and yelling about how our products are scams. Jamie, you know, ICE has your YouTube channel. I told you, I gave them your YouTube channel. So they can see all the stuff that you're doing. They can also, they're documenting, all that stuff's being recorded. Right now, you're on watch list right now. So they have the YouTube channel, they have how many people sit in your building, they know if there's a gate out, they know all that information. We gave them the layout of the land of your entire unit. Everything about it. How many dogs you have, and how many cats you have, the whole 9 yards, everything. So they're watching your YouTube channel. Because in YouTube channel, we talked about how you kept coming back and slandering our company, making false accusations, and how we had to have a process server come to your front door. So they know you've been making trouble for our company. So you've given them outstanding evidence by now, including the evidence we already have at the door. But you call yourself moving on to bigger and better things. Another lie, again, on camera by this guy. Comes on with this sob story about how he moved on to bigger and better things. How he's thinking about going into 3D printing. No, he's not doing any of that stuff whatsoever. He can't do it. He doesn't have a proper license to do so. That's not going to happen. That he's doing this because his brother, somebody who passed away in his family. Yeah, so you honored your brother or whoever it was that passed away in your family by going on to your YouTube channel and slandering an American company. My company's American. I'm an American citizen. You're not an American citizen, and keep in mind, you've committed crimes. That's an undocumented. Which means you'll attack my company, you'll attack anybody else's company at the end of the day. And the crimes you committed, yeah, even your own people don't like you. That's why I got the nickname Mexican Trump. That's where he got it from. Mexican Trump, that's what they call him. Make your own people look bad. I told you, one of the guys that did video demonstrations for us, he's Mexican. Jamie attacked him multiple times. He don't care. He don't care if you're his wife. He don't care if you're your kids. He don't care about anybody but himself. Mexican Trump. Because Trump only cares about himself. Perfect example. Look at the outcome of what you have. Look at the outcome of what I have now. Your business is gone. And the reason why I got rid of the business, because again, I told you that LLC, those documents are missing, and they're very serious documents under California state law. They are a requirement, and he can't produce them because he lied on the LLC by saying his business was around for 5 months. He's been around longer than that, and that's catching up to him now. So right now, he's barricaded in that apartment, can't go anywhere, and the only thing he's doing right now is just screaming and yelling about our products. That's what you honors your brother with? Or whoever died in your family, that's what you honored them with. That doesn't sound like a lot, buddy, at the end of the day. It sounds like you made up a lot of excuses. You want people to feel sorry for you. That's what you want. And you want to come off like you're on a good note. If that's moving on to bigger and better things, man, that is just pretty bad. That is really bad. This is moving on to bigger and better things. Remember what you said about my company. You said when I went to the garage, you said all that to end up to this. Be careful about what you say out of your mouth. Look at this outcome. Business is going. Domain sites. Well, my friend has his domain site. It's his now. It's his trophy. It belongs to him now. And there's a person who don't like you, Jamie. He can't stand you. And he has your domain name. It belongs to him now. So, yeah, that's the end of it, buddy. You lost everything. You lost your freedom. That's gone. That's definitely gone. That's a definitely 100% that's gone. You're going to lose contact with your wife, because that's definitely going to happen, because you two can't be in the same prison cell together. They're going to separate you guys, and she's not documented. She's going someplace else. You're going to lose contact with your kids, because they can't come with you. They're American citizens. They were born here. Whatever's left of whatever you have left over that you're now selling off your collection and everything you have to survive, because you can't go to work right now because they're on the hunt out there. Can't go to your job. And if you could run your business, you can't go to Home Depot, because that's literally where they go all the time is Home Depot, so you can't go there. So what are you going to do? You're just going to sit back and you're just going to wait until time runs out to whoever shows up at that door. And you can't go anywhere, because I've noticed something. The whole time you lived in California, I've never seen you leave the state. Because you can't leave the state. Because everybody knows what happens when you have to get airline tickets. Airline tickets ask for so much information, they might as just cut up your wrist and take blood. They ask for so much stuff, it's not even funny, but they got to make sure who you are. I can understand what I'm saying. You want people on the plane blowing things up, I can understand that. They're very, very serious about that. So you can't travel anywhere. That's why I noticed all your trips were in Disney World. You went to Las Vegas, that's all in the same place. You can't leave anywhere out of the state. And you've been in the same apartment since God knows how long. There you go. Even I've been out of my own state multiple times. So yeah, you couldn't even cross Canada, because there's Border Patrol right there. They definitely check for ID. You go get your passport and all that from there. I guarantee he doesn't even have a passport. So with that being said, yeah. It's just all there, and that's where your information now sits at. Am I laughing at y'all? No. Oh, check this out. Do you see that? That was put on with a roller. So we got a new formula now, a screen that we can roll on invisible coating by using a roller only. No more spray gun. Ever. Look how smooth that is. Isn't that beautiful? Nah! It's amazing how God gives us amazing technology in order to actually do it. No more. I never have to use a paint sprayer ever again. Never again. I can literally roll that application. That's how clean it comes on. Yep, I got that today. Some new technology. Woo! Woo! Look at that. Man! Look at this. I got it. Look how clean that went on. Look how I rolled this on. This was rolled on. So we got a new formula that we engineered. We got it today. And that formula allows us to roll any invisible screen to a surface without ever using a paint sprayer ever. And it's a very simple application. It dries rapidly fast. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have a ball with this, man. No more paint sprayers. No more paint sprayers. Now, keep in mind, this is our formula for our custom-made screens. Imagine if we did decide to sell this to customers and you can make your own screens. But no, I got other plans for this. I am going to be using this for our own screen. Man, this went on beautifully. Yep, our new application under the 67 technology. As I told you, they're able to change whatever we want to change on it. So we can make it, we have to use paint sprayers anymore. Paint sprayers are not needed anymore. It changes at will, and whatever the Lord allows us to have, we can have. Man, this is clean. This is so freaking clean. Look at this. No sprayers. No more sprayers. I hate using, I love using sprayers. I do. It depends on what kind of job I'm doing, but not on this kind of application. Oh, look at that. All right, I gotta attach that thing to my box over there, my screen. I'm gonna game off that today. That's why I got my Velcro and everything ready. Boom! Boom! All right, people. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Not laughing at you and all, but we told you, we warned you. We did. We warned you, warned you, warned you. Even some of you haters out there in the day, you're going to get screwed like nobody's going to ever get screwed before. You're going to get screwed. You are. You're definitely going to get screwed. That's your address. What are you going to do? Pack up and leave? How much money it costs to pack up and leave? It's a lot of money. Then on top of that, the headache, the pain, the nightmare of packing up an entire house. Whew. I mean, you can't get your address blocked. Technically, you can't do that because he has your address. He has the address. I don't even know how you get around that. Well, get a P.O. box, have your stuff. He has your address. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make no difference at all. You can get a P.O. box, you can get whatever you want. He has your address. That's all that matters. And Fernando, if you feel today like, I'm going to call the cops, go ahead. Please do. Please call the police. And we already did. We contacted California Patrol on all that nonsense you were doing. You're already in the system. Go ahead and knock yourself out. You can't do jack at all, period. You can't do anything at all. If anything I'm not saying it's a lie, no, it's right there. It says it right there. Well, what happens is somebody has your identity, has your address. It really states right there what can happen to you. Who you have to contact. Look it up for yourself. What happens if someone has your address? What can a scammer do with your address? Look at that. It's pretty messed up. Excuse me. You don't have where I lay my head at night. You don't have where I hang out with my people. You don't have none of that information, no, period. He has your information. And the shifty stuff he's been doing, I say he never did anything wrong. Say he never committed any crimes, nothing whatsoever. Then you don't have nothing to worry about because he's not a person that's like that. But the problem you have, he is a person who's like that. So now you got a lot to worry about. Now, if you want to brush up a little history on Mr. Fernando, go check out the Blacklist at www. Let's see if you remember that name, changed it. www.technology-screens-info. Check out where it says Blacklist, and you'll see all the interesting stuff we caught Mr. Fernando doing. That's going to be used against him in court, which you can get him in court, which I doubt that. But they'll probably use it against him, basically, to file charges against him, because they got to file him for something, against something. So, right from there. Oh my goodness, I can't believe how clean this came out. No more have to ever use a paint sprayer ever again. Remember when I sat there and said about how if you put on a rear projection screen, you can't use a roller? Well, apparently I was wrong on that one. We can. I don't know about anybody else, but we're the only ones who got it now. Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to go just take care of some business. I'm going to actually have some fun with this screen today. This is going on my gaming screen, the one I have behind me. That's what that's for. Oh, bam, bam, hook it up. Get that done with the Velcro. Hook up my projector to it. Do some gaming with the lights going off in the background. And people say, how can you just sit there and just celebrate? Like, it's not celebrating. I don't care. It's none of my business in the day. I'm just trying to get in the day what you got coming towards you. I'm going to sit there and go, oh, I feel sorry for you. You're going to be going through this absolute nightmare. If he does it. That's if he does it. But people do a lot of things when they're desperate. If he's showing off his collection, that's desperate. I'm a collector. I know from the door. Anybody's a collector. Can you imagine showing off your prized possessions? Can you do it? No, you can't. That's hard to do. Each one of those pieces carry a fond memory of when you purchased it. Some of those pieces you got lucky. Some of those pieces you're at the right place at the right time and you were able to obtain those pieces. And now you got to depart from them and sell them, knowing you'll never see them again, or even worse, you'll never be able to buy that piece ever again. I used to have a 1989 Fisher-Price bubble mower. You know how rare those things are? They're extremely rare. When I got sick and I had the lung disease, I left it in the basement and forgot about it. It was down there. It broke my heart. It was mint condition in the box. Different idea how much that thing was worth. And I left it down there because I was too sick to go in the basement. I couldn't go in there to get it. And I didn't want her going down to get it because I didn't want her to get sick, like me. So I had to leave it behind, and that hurt a lot. It was like someone taking off my arm. I'll never get that ever again. Never, ever find one of those ever again. And mint condition in the box, are you kidding me? Never, ever again. That hurts. So I know he's going through a lot of pain for this. But it's only fair. I'll tell you why it's only fair. It's only fair, Fernando. The reason why you're going through this pain is because you stole from people. You lied, manipulated, cheated, and stole from people. This is life paying you back for what you've done. Now, you would sell off all your pieces to survive, or when they come in and get you, whatever's behind, then the landlord either is going to take it, or pretty much maybe contact some family for. He's not going to contact anybody not in that situation. They don't give a jack. They're like, they don't play around with that. This organization don't play around. So no, he's not going to be calling anybody. You don't get that whole thing like we get over here. You get that phone call because your rights. You don't have any rights at all. Period. You get no rights at all. So he's not going to have that at all. Period. So I guess it's just going to sit there. By the time our lawsuits kick in, and chances are the landlord's going to clean everything out. And not knowing what it is, he's probably going to throw it in the trash. That's what was going to happen to the rest of his collection. He's going to have to sell a lot of it off in order to pay the rent, the bills, electric, all that stuff. He's got to pay it, sell it off. Where can he go? He can't go back to his job. He can't go there. Because now, like most people that are in hiding, ICE really don't even know they even exist. They don't know they exist. The only way they know they exist is they walked into them. But they wouldn't even know they exist at all, period. They're just at the places where they work at. That's why they won't come there, because they know they've got to come to work sooner or later. That's why they're out there in certain areas. They know that's where they're at. But him, on the other hand, Jamie's story is different. Jamie's actually on the list. They know his whereabouts. They know his YouTube channel. They know everything about him, and they know the criminal charges and stuff we had to file against him. That's why we filled out that report. So, Fernando, they know you. They don't know your wife, they just know you. So you can't go to a job, you can't work, you can't do anything at all, period. You're stuck in that apartment. And every once in a while he might do a video of him outside or whatever, trying to show that he's not afraid, but he is afraid. Because you weren't afraid. When the process server first came to your door, you would have gotten that mail, that letter from him, but you didn't. You hid in the kitchen while your wife came and did that, talking through the crack of the door, because I know, because I was on the phone with the process server when everything went down. That's how I know, and I heard your voice. That's how I knew you were in the back. You do them stunts at the end of the day to show you have no fear, but you're afraid. Selling off your stuff to survive. You can't go anywhere right now. You can't go to work, can't go anywhere. Period. And the risk of basically getting stopped or pulled over. So, since they do know your whereabouts now, they do know everything about you, it's a matter of time before they come down and go pick you up. From there, like I said, whatever's left of that collection, chances are the landlord's going to come in. He's an older guy at the end of the day. He's not going to know what that stuff is worth. He's probably going to keep some of the stuff for himself. Probably got some grandkids or whatever, give them that stuff in the day. And the rest of it, chances are, it's going to go into a dumpster and clean the place out. They're going to take anything in there they're going to think of worth. Most likely, when you have the cleaning crew that comes in, these people that come in, they clean out the apartment, get it ready, maintenance, the maintenance is going to take whatever they want. They know exactly what it is. They're going to just take whatever they want. So his stuff is just going to go to other people. That's what's going to happen. Unless he can get his family members. And his family members are not going to step foot in that apartment. You're going to step foot in an apartment that ICE was just in. You ain't walking over there. Ain't no way you're going to avoid that place. So they're not going to go over and get any of this stuff. So chances are either maintenance is going to come in and clean that place out, or the landlord is going to go in. If the maintenance won't go in, landlord's going to go in and take whatever he wants. And since he doesn't know, he's an older guy, he's just going to throw it all in the trash. And whoever finds their stuff in the dumpster, they're just going to take it. So your stuff is done. Your stuff is basically just thrown out for rats. So people just take your stuff. I call people rats, but that's how your stuff is sorted out. You seen Scrooge, right, when he passed away? He had no family, nobody liked him, no one came down to see him whatsoever. What happened? The people who didn't like him, they weren't in his house. They ransacked his place. They were fighting over his belongings and stuff. That's what happens to your stuff. People separate what they want. Only difference is this guy's still alive. So all that stuff he collected, gone. What you're going to go through, the process and stress level and stuff you're going to go through, is you paying back the things that you've done in life. You got to pay that stuff back. Unfortunately, your customers, a lot of them, are now caught up in that nonsense because you have access to addresses. Now, the thing about it is, this is the hard part, people. The hard part is, say you didn't know him, all right? And say he was able to obtain your address and you didn't know anything about him, you never did any transaction, no business with him whatsoever, right? You could file with the FTC. Let's say you did know this guy. Say you did have conversations with him. Then that might be a little harder because you didn't know the person. That's going to be a little hard to prove to someone who didn't know him at all and he got a hold of the address and blah, 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 blah. Unless he doxed your address and used it in a way that he wasn't supposed to use it, you can come after him like he did us. We can get him easily. But you can't, because unless he does it, then that's the only way you can. But the fact that he has it, you really can't do anything much about him having it. Because you willfully gave it to him, that's why. That's like if a preacher goes out and he basically rips off a whole bunch of people, technically they can't get him on this because you willfully gave him the money. Now they can get him basically on ripping someone off, committing fraud, all that stuff. Yeah, they can definitely get that. He's definitely going to go to jail for all that. But you technically won't get your money back because you willfully gave it to him. That's why. That's why you can't get that money back, because you willfully gave it to him. Which is jacked up, but it's true. He'll just go to jail, for stuff like that. Alright, well, I'm past my time here. I got business I got to conduct. And you guys, on the other hand, those of you who basically fell into this scam, I wish you the best of luck. And those of you at the end of the day who supported this nonsense, well, it is what it is. Enjoy your nightmare. Gotta go.